business hasn't been a whole lot different than my politics. I've always knocked on doors, and it's over 35 years of doing that. I haven't had anybody grease the way, or so to speak. It's a business that I built on my own. I'm quite a bit different than the two candidates that I'm running against, and that's besides lipstick, okay? And I very much embrace the background that I come from. My grandparents were immigrants. When I had 5 uncles and my father who were veterans of the Second World War. I was around with them, and when I was growing up, and I heard them speak, and I even had a grandfather, my mother's father, who went back in '16 for the Easter Rebellion in Ireland and fought with the Boers against the British in South Africa. I very much embrace that background and the way I was raised. I also embrace the Constitution of the United States of America. This is something that you, as a voter, have to begin to look at. It's very important. It's never been more important. With the bailout vote down in Washington, and the $700 billion plus another $150 billion of pork on the side. Okay, each and every person in this room and each and every person in the United States were saddled with a debt of $25,500 that they are going to have to come up with over a period of time of a situation where everybody is looking to Washington to solve our problem. That's our number one problem. We have to back away from that. I perceive my responsibility as a congressman for this district to keep the government away from you. All right? There are many things that you can do on your own, and there's many failures that our federal government has had and will continue to have as long as they're trying to create a situation in America where it's from someone's birth to their death of taking care of them. Okay, I originally got involved in politics in the early 70s. In 1972, my family was in the paving and excavation business. We did off-the-street commercial and industrial paving, excavation, and site construction work. As some of you may remember my dad went on to run PennDOT here in Philadelphia, and you'd see him on TV during the Thornburg administration about claiming the snow off highways. In fact, he did such a great job that Dr. Larson, the head of PennDOT at that time, and the governor had my father go around to many other counties in the state and show other county managers how to run their counties. I was working on a road gang starting when I was 13 with a pick and a shovel. My dad was the inside guy. He had been a gunny sergeant in the Marine Corps, enlisted in June of 1940, and walked through Nagasaki 7 days after they dropped the bomb. And my uncle was the outside guy. He was a bombardier on a B-17 involved at Monte Casino. I have his Distinguished Flying Cross at home in a drawer, and he was also nominated for a Congressional Medal of Honor. These are the people that made me and shaped me and the thoughts that I have about what America is supposed to be like. Okay, as a congressman, I wouldn't be looking to raise $2.8 billion as one of my opponents, I'm sorry, 2.8 million, as one of my opponents has, from every single sector that we're having trouble with. The healthcare sector, the Wall Street sector, the banking sector. Your Congress individual is not representing you. She's representing those people that gave her money. All right. I was told by one individual, an attorney friend of mine, that he called her office before the first vote for the bailout. And first off, he was shifted down to Washington. He couldn't get an answer out of the Philadelphia office. They told him, well, you got to call Washington to find out about that. And he called down there, and she plainly stated that she was voting for it. All right, despite the fact that at that point in time, 80% of House members were against it, and of course, overwhelmingly, I believe that you folks were against that too. And then, of course, that didn't happen, and they put the $150 billion of pork in there, and it did happen. All right, and you're saddled, you, your children, and your grandchildren with this great debt. And is it your responsibility? Well, yeah, it is your responsibility because you've elected the people that you've elected, whether it's on a local, it's on a state, or a federal level. Okay, you're not paying attention. Is tonight a good night for a civic meeting? Yeah, it's a great night. Okay, I really like the Phillies. Okay, I would like to be there from the first pitch to the last pitch to be watching it. But guess what, folks? This is a lot more important. Okay, you're going to be paying a lot more for what's going on in this country over these coming years. Okay, relevant to your retirement, to your health care, than you would ever pay to be there in person for a Phillies game. And I hope that you'll consider me. I have literature here, I have signs. The signs contain my website. My literature contains my website. And I hope you'll consider me on Tuesday, November the 4th. Thank you very much.